This week I'm going to be talking about the 4 I's of 4I leadership. And I don't want to do this in any way as an act of promotion. It just seems to me particularly apt right now and poignant almost to talk about what each of these words is and why we've decided to hang them together and essentially say that this is what we believe leaders are and what leaders are for, and this is what leaders should do. The 4 I's are imagine, ignite, immerse, and inspire. And to an extent, I'll kind of start at the end and work back from there, because inspire is the easy one. I think most people appreciate that leadership is about inspiring others to do great things and become great themselves. But what about the rest? Immersion really is probably the most complicated one, because it has so many connotations. Immersion can be about being present and really, sort of devoting yourself to the interaction, the conversation, the thought process that you're going through at that given time as a leader, and not being distracted and drawn away. It can also be about becoming, a real expert in whatever it is that you as a leader are doing, whether that's a particular function or a sector, or a sort of a knowledge base that you as a leader need and are expected to sort of be the vessel for within your organization or your sector or your industry. But it can also simply be about yourself and really immersing yourself in you in order to really sort of be very grounded and come to the world as a leader, really understanding who you are. So there's a lot of complexity in immersion. Ignite is all about basically passion and how do you bring passion to the table as a leader in order to bring potential out of those that you're leading. So how do you ignite the passion and potential of others by bringing the passion that you show for what you do, the devotion that you have for it, again, hinging into immersion. And essentially, it's the ignition for, sort of the world that leaders are. And imagine is really the beginning. So ironic to start at the end and finish at the beginning. But imagine is what I'm going to be talking about this week. Imagine the world that can be made better by your leadership. Imagine what you can achieve as a leader. Imagine what your team can do if you really show up to your full potential as a leader. That for me is the first step in the leadership journey. That is a journey that never ends, but it needs imagination first to essentially give you a calling and something to work towards. That's all for today, but if that's of interest, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and over the next 4 weeks, I'm going to segment and spend this week talking about imagine, and the next 3 weeks talking about ignite, immerse, and inspire. So if any of that's been of interest, see you tomorrow and see you over the next few weeks.